Today is May 18th. This is the last topic we are going over in class before we start our final review for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then next week is finals. So we've worked with compound interest before. And some new additions are continuous compound interest. A lot of times you see the words compound continuously, and APY compound interest or an APY continuous compound interest. So APY is annual percentage or percent yield. So that's all APY stands for. It's the amount of money that you make off of your compound interest. So A, R, and M and T are all going to have the same meanings while we do these. And P, so A, I kind of a list out here. So A is our final amount. P is the initial or starting amount. R is the interest rate. We do need a decimal when we put it into our equation. M, you guys are used to seeing N, so you could say M or N. N is the number of times compounded. And T is time. So when we are using a compound interest formula, you'll see the words compounded quarterly, semi-annually, biannually. Things let us know that it's occurring in a certain amount of time. Compound continuous, you will see the words compounded continuously. So as soon as you see the words continuously, you're using the continuous compound interest formula, which is APERT. So let's go ahead and do a couple of problems and see if we can figure out which formulas we're using where. So number 1 says, a newborn child receives a $5,000 gift towards a college education from her grandparents. How much will the gift be worth? Worth is misspelled. In 17 years, if it is invested at 7% compounded quarterly. So since we are compounded quarterly, this is a set amount of time that I'm doing each year, which means I'm a compound interest formula. So we are using A equals P times 1 plus R over M to the M times T. So we're going to go through our word problem and label what we're using. So 5,000, this is the initial amount. That's how much the newborn child's given for college. So this would be our P. It says we want to know how much it's worth in 17 years, so this would be our T. It tells us that the rate it's invested at is 7%, so in decimal, that would be 0.07. And then compounded quarterly, think of quarters in a dollar, so I have 4 quarters in a dollar, so N is 4. And we're going to go ahead and plug in all of our information. So A equals 5,000 times 1 plus 0.07 over 4 raised to the 4 times 17. And you would type this lovely thing into your calculator. And round to the hundredths if it doesn't specify otherwise, just round to the hundredths, so that's 2 decimal places. So this would be $16,267.11. Make sure you indicate this is money. So that's how much the money will be worth for the granddaughter's education in college in 17 years. Let's try number 2. 2 says a bank is offering a CD that pays 6% compounded continuously. How much would a deposit of $2,000 earn over 8 years? So that keyword continuously means this is APERT. A CD is a certificate of deposit. So let's go through here and find out what we need. So 6%, that is R, and the decimal would be 0.06. The deposit is initially 2,000, so there is P, and time is 8 years. So we're going to plug in everything. A equals 2,000 times E. E is a mathematical constant, to the 0.06 times 8. And once again, this can go in our handy dandy calculator. And this would be $3,232.15. So once again, make sure to round to the hundredths. So these word problems are not that hard. We kind of made them just like last time, where it kind of tells you your information just by glancing at it. We're going to try number 3. So 3 says you received a $5,000 gift. I would love to receive a $5,000 gift. So that's the amount we're receiving. That is the initial, so we can go ahead and label it P. That you want to invest for 3 years. So there's T. It says, should you choose an investment paying 4.5% interest, so here's an R, 0.045, and this one's compounded monthly, so there's 12 months in a year. Or should we pick one that is paying an interest of 4.25%, so 0.0452, that's compounded continuously. So this one I have 2 things to look for, investment A and investment B, and I'm going to pick which one seems like the wiser choice. So investment A was compounded monthly. So for this one, we're going to be using our regular compound interest formula for investment A. So I have all my information labeled. I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. So we say A equals P, which is 5,000, times 1 plus our rate for investment A is 0.045 over 12, because it is invested, it's compounded monthly, raised to the 3 times 12. So this is the setup for investment A. We're going to go ahead and set up investment B, and then we'll find out the difference between the two to see which one's better. So my second one is compounded continuously, so we are using APERT for investment B. So A equals the initial, which is still 5,000. It's the same for both of them. E, our rate this time is 0.042, 0.25 times 3. And if we plug these two things into our calculator, calculator for both, investment A says that we will have $5,721.24. And investment B tells us that we will have $5,679.92. So remember, these take the same amount of years to get this amount of money. So looking between my two investments, well, with investment A, the one that's compounded monthly, we made so I just want to see what the difference is. I know that I'm going to definitely pick investment A because it is bigger. But we made $41.33 more with investment A than investment B. So I would pick investment A, the one that has the rate of 4.5% interest. So this is the 4.5% interest, and that would be our answer. We are going to do one more example. So we haven't done one yet that talks about APY. So we're going to do number 6. 6 says, what is the annual percentage yield, so the APY, for a nominal rate of 5% compounded semi-annually and 5.5% compounded continuously. So we have two formulas. So if I am semi-annually, that means I do have an M, so things are changing. And the formula for this one is APY equals 1 plus R over M raised to the M minus 1. If we are compounded continuously, that's my A per along with my E. And APY for continuously also has an E. It is APY equals E to the R minus 1. So in order to go from our percents to our decimals, I'm moving my decimal places over twice. So this is R equals 0.05. And since it's semi-annually, that is twice a year. So I'm going to plug those in. APY equals 1 plus 0.05 over 2 to the 2 minus 1. And I can type that into my handy little calculator. So 1 plus 0.05 divided by 2 raised to the 2 minus 1. And this is equal to 0.0506, so round to 10 thousandths, 4 decimal places. Now, this does say annual percentage yield. Well, this is not a percent. To make this into a percent, I would multiply this by 100, so we'd move our decimal place over twice, and our APY would be 5.06%. And I'm going to do the same thing with B. So this is compounded continuously, so I just got to figure out what R is. R, if I move my decimal place over, would be 0.055. So APY equals E to the 0.055 minus 1. Handy dandy calculator says that this is equal to 0.0565. And if we multiply that by 100 to get our percents, this is APY equals 5.65%. So pretty easy stuff. That is it for the notes for the assignment. Please make sure to put your name at the top of both sheets of paper. So front and back if it is front and back. And you have all 10 to complete. Don't forget to take a picture of all of it and upload it into Canvas for a grade. And good luck with finals coming up, and good luck with our review that we are about to start.